Man, I love playing Mario games, but if only there was some way to play them on the go. Some kind of portable game console with interchangeable cartridges. Well, that's just what Nintendo was thinking when they released the Game Boy in 1989.
Introducing Game Boy. It's portable, it's in stereo, and its games are interchangeable.
With a cheap price point and many great games, how could it go wrong? Regardless of somewhat limited hardware and a black and white screen, although the original was pea greenish, the Game Boy was a huge success. And one of the games included in its launch library was Super Mario Land. This time we get a game developed in part by Gunpei Yokoi, the designer of the Game Boy itself, and instrumental in the creation of the original Donkey Kong arcade game. With no Miyamoto in sight, let's see how the team handled its first Mario Game Boy game. The story is a bit bizarre. Mario's not in the Mushroom Kingdom, but Sarasaland. His quest is to save Princess Daisy from the clutches of an evil space monster named Tatanga? Tatanja? Tatanja? Anyway, he must travel through the four kingdoms of Sarasaland: Birabuto, Muda, Easton, and Kai. Now that's the story. Another world, another princess, but same basic plot. Obviously, it's no graphical powerhouse being a launch title. Everything's been squished down to better fit the Game Boy screen. It's not ugly or anything, just small. Because we're in a new world, there's a slew of new enemies. There are some familiar faces, but they look a bit different. Koopas explode, for instance, and piranha plants have been redesigned. Most of these enemies will never be seen again, and many are only found in certain levels of each world. Speaking of worlds, many have a similarity to real-world locations, like Egypt here, Easter Island, even feudal Japan. Many of the enemies are based on these locations too, like sphinxes, the Easter Island heads, and ninjas. The gameplay is quite similar to Super Mario Bros. Dodge enemies and obstacles to get to the end of each stage. Most stages have a higher exit that leads to a bonus game where the player can earn extra lives. These bonus rooms are available at the end of each world too. Each kingdom has 3 levels, with a boss at the end of each one. Many can be defeated by simply hitting the switch at the end of the level, but 2 have to be physically destroyed. The Mushroom, Fire Flower, and Starman make a reappearance and act mostly similar to their Super Mario Bros. Counterparts. The only difference is the Fire Flower, as the fireballs will bounce all around and can collect coins. 1-ups appear too, but are heart-shaped. There's even 2 horizontal shooter stages as well, where Mario can fly around and shoot missiles. The Mushroom and Starman can be hidden in blocks in these levels as power-ups. Now let's talk about the control, because it really kind of suffers in this game. It feels jittery and non-responsive at times. This jitteriness is further exacerbated by playing on a large television. So if you plan to play it on a portable Game Boy device, and avoid the Super Game Boy or Game Boy Advance player if you want the best feeling controls. The music is different too, no Koji Kondo. Instead, we have Hirokazu Tanaka, the composer of Metroid, Mother, and many other games. The compositions have a different feel, but the melodies are quite memorable and enjoyable. So after traversing 4 worlds, we get to the final level, which is a shooter stage. After defeating the boss, which looks like a cloud throwing chickens, we encounter the final boss, Tatanga, or Tatanja, Taitetutu. He shoots large fireballs that split into 3 smaller fireballs. Mario can destroy the fireballs by shooting them. After placing enough hits on the final boss, he's defeated, and Mario rides off in an airplane with Princess Daisy. The end. While the controls are a little wonky, and it feels a little out of place in the Mario universe, Super Mario Land is still fun. It's pretty short too, so if you got half an hour, give it a play. Just, make sure you have the right lighting. Well, thank you for sticking around for this review of Super Mario Land. It's a bit shorter than most episodes, but then again, it is a short game. And if you enjoyed the video, why not take a look at another? I have quite a few on the Mario franchise. Anyway, thanks for watching.